Good evening, my name is Laura Yaksha and I am the assessor for level 2. Today is 18th of March 2021 and we are doing the Synthesis All Skills for Life level 2 set 5. This is group discussion and the students present in the classroom are Marcelo, Ariana, Paulo and Frishta. Can you please say your full names?
Marcelo Ludman Pimentel.
Ariana Rossi.
Paulo Afonso Ramos Ribeiro Filho.
Frishta Nuri.
Okay, so you are going to take part in a group discussion where you have to discuss and agree on a topic about social media has more disadvantages than advantages. You can start.
So, good evening everyone. My opinion is absolutely that social media has more advantages than disadvantages. So I don't agree about this topic or this sentence. I think so because I use a lot the social media, and I think that our life in this moment is very concentrated on the social media in everything that you can imagine. So in the work, in the friendship, on your with my children, with my knowledge. So I have a lot of things that I can do with social media. The most important thing that I would like to highlight to you is that in this moment that I'm living here in London, with the social media, I can be connected with all my friends and with all my family that are not here with me, but they are in Italy. So we can speak with some application like Zoom. I can read every day what they are doing. I can have information about the situation in Italy in this moment. So for me it's very important because I can, yes, I can, I feel this connection with my parents. So what do you think? What about you?
Sorry, can I ask you something? How long you spent in the social media with your family?
With my family,
In
not
Italy.
too much. I think 1 hour per week, so we can speak with the application 1 hour per week. But if I have to think about the social media like Facebook or Instagram, I would like to say maybe 2 hours per day in this moment. But I don't watch the TV, so for me the social media are I can add more information about everything with the social media. So I can read the newspaper, I can read in Italian, but I can read in English too. So it's I can improve my English
Yeah,
at
of
the
course you
same
can
moment.
improve your English with the reading social media.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And another point of view about social media is about the business. You can develop some business in social media and sell your product in there. It's like quite a good advantage for a person start a new business right now and sell for your family, your friends and everything in the websites or in the social media. And about your opinion, Fishta?
And my thing is that if I look for the situation we are now actually COVID-19, like with social media and lots of application, that help us a lot, like for our young generation, especially while they was at home, they can reach their study on online, they can take the lesson, like kids, adults, everyone, they can do their lessons online, and so it's, I think, it's a good thing. And also, I think that the social media has also helped us a lot, like for our young generation, especially while they was at home, they can reach their study on online, they can take the lesson, like kids, adults, everyone, they can do their lessons online, and so it's, I think, it's a good thing. all because of the social media that they can reach the education. They not because of this lockdown and this situation, they not get back. So that means it's big this advantage for me. It's positive.
And if I'm allowed to say, I think it's good for you because you have children at home,
Yeah.
and the social media can interact with them, yeah? Can relax, can see something outside from your house, yeah?
Can you sorry repeat that again?
Yeah, because I think when you have some, like a few children at home, it's quite difficult to interact with them. And with the social media, I think you can like relax them to look for something outside, but still inside of the house, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Like they are in communicate with their friends at home.
Yeah, like this.
Because they're not getting bored, and sometimes like I look to, they're like I feel safer when I look at home. I can check the social media application for them. The privacy I can go by like easily I can manage at home. And, yeah. What do you think, Marcel?
I agree with all of you. But in my opinion, when we look for the other side of social media, it's not only point to, I'm not going to bring up negative things, but it's a serious things that science has put it together about the addictions of so many young people now. Spend more time in social media. When I say, of course, there's a social media, and you can study using social media. You can study English. You can develop it, some business. You can entertain your kids in a healthy way. But when we look to the other side, Facebook, Twitter, for teenager and youth now, they move from Facebook, and there's a new generation of Instagram. They are very addictions, and then they spend more time in social media, wasting time, not developing their career, their skills. Then they spend study, reading papers, materials, and good materials for life. But I agree with all of you. It's good to connect to our family. For me, I don't spend a lot of time to talk to family, probably less than 1 hour per week. In the Facebook, I sometimes I spend a lot of time, but I control myself because I see, how many times you go on a Facebook, you check the page, and you're wasting time sometimes for nothing. But I think I agree with all of you, but at the same time I see the dangers, a disadvantage of social media. Without, I think the solution is if they can monitor that. But now we have a addiction generations of social media, unfortunately.
Yeah, sure, Marcel, but I think it's just to find the balance between the situation. If you can control how you're seeing the information, how to look inside of the Instagram. or
That's the
Facebook.
challenge for
This
them.
is the challenge. But
How to find
how's in life, you need to
the
find
balance.
the
I
balance,
think it's
yeah.
about they need to decide for that. And I think if some schools or college they develop some programs inside the classrooms to maybe advise them how dangerous it is and help them to not to focus on the careers, not only on social media to have fun, but use the social media more in a professional matter for their own career in the future. I think it will be good.
But Marcelo, do you think that the parents have to control the social media
Of
of
course.
the children?
Of course.
Yeah.
Because that's the dangers, especially in teenagers. Come addictions from social media, and come pornography, come connection with strange people that can use the social media to, and we have so many cases here in UK to abuse kids, and that's the danger. I think the parents need to help them
Sorry to interrupt.
and monitor.
I am agree with you. That's fine. And actually, I'm thinking, in my opinions, elderly they are understandable. They easily can manage for themselves how to use social media, or they can balance the time for themselves. And also, yeah, elderly like parents, they are they are responsible for kids. They should
Yes.
balance time for them. They should always control them how to. They shouldn't let them a lot to use the social media, even like as you say, the abuse social for kids and that. They should always check the privacy as well. So this wouldn't happen a lot for to kids. This
Yes, I agree with you. That's another danger. The parents should protect their kids, because the kids are innocent until 13, 14, 15 years old. Some of them, are in danger, exposed with the social media. That's very
they
serious.
to learn before the safety of how to use social media, and it will be easier for us to.
And another point, guys, the social media, the hackers, they can track your kids, your family. When you post something on a social media, that's danger. I am on vacation, I'm in Italy, and that restaurant,
So,
nobody's home. Okay, she's leaving. That's the point. Now, the robbers or boogers can rob your property because you use social media and you expose yourself.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, that's-
I agree with you, but I don't think about the social media in this way. So I don't think that I need to share everything, to share all my life in Facebook.
But
or in
most of the
Instagram.
people they
Yeah,
do that.
I know. It's for that reason that I think that there are more advantages.
Mhm.
Because I'm not like this. I can, as Paolo said, I can balance my time and my experience with the social media. And at the same time, I think that it's important to speak with the children, with the teenager. Because sometimes you can see that in a room, in a place, you can find a lot of people, maybe the adults and the children too, and they are all with the phone, and they are together, but they are together alone,
Yeah.
because everyone is alone. So in this case, I think absolutely that you have to check everything.
Now
But-
you need to spend more. Sorry to interrupt you.
No,
Now a lot of people spend time on social media, and then you need to spend more time to check what they have checking. So it
Yeah.
means double time, you see. And sometimes to doing that, we don't have families don't have more experience to eat together, to have a program together, to kids to go and do exercise, play soccer, play volleyball. You know, if they are only, and look at this, if you go in some schools, they don't talk to each other anymore, only talk through phone. That's another disadvantage.
Yeah, but
What I
Marcel,
think.
do you think it's just in the social media, this problem? I think it's about the family. The family need to control each other, how to do the things together. It's not just about social media. I think it's a good point, of course, as an advantage. Of course, has on the other hand, the disadvantage. But it's how you control and how your
Parents, family.
and
then,
family.
Parents, family, they should not transfer their responsibility to schools
Yeah,
and
to
teachers,
school.
but they should be real parents and they should be real educators, start at home, right?
Yes, yeah, of course.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and the group, what you can share and say in conclusion about that.
So I can do the conclusion. if you
Yeah.
want. So I think that if you have to think about our experiences, so I can say that there are more advantages
Mhm.
than disadvantages. But absolutely, we have to balance. We have to know, and we have to find a way to speak with the children and with the teenager, because you cannot think that they don't have to do this.
Of course.
You
It's
cannot
impossible.
think it's impossible.
It's
So
it's
you have to
impossible.
speak. You have to do something different, and try to do the best. To
Find the balance.
to use the advantages, and maybe to to try to to use the social media in a good way.
Yes.
So we are all agree that there are
Yes,
more
yes,
advantages.
yes.
Yeah.
Has
If
more
you
advantage.
balance properly, if you follow
I-
step by step, exactly.
Yes, I just point some real stuffs, real things we need to focus, because it's still dangerous, and I agree there is more advantage, but there are some key points. Parents, and not only parents, but every individual, they should think and how to use the social media in a properly and balanced way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.